Welcome, WolfTheWolfettes. We are back with Evil West on the PlayStation 5 and we are playing through this game on Evil difficulty. And I hope you guys and girls are having an absolutely fantastic day. Now in a previous video, we continued making our way through the swamp, following Edgar's trail, and we reached this church right here, where I'm pretty sure Edgar is currently hiding at. Now we also found out in the previous video that Edgar has already found the flower that we needed to cure our father from his vampire infliction. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be heading inside that church. We're going to meet up with Edgar. We also need to fight another brand new enemy, and then we are going to head back home and hopefully cure our father. So let's get straight into things. Now in the previous video we also had to fight a bunch of very annoying enemies. We had to fight a leecher, two of those weird mole creatures, and this other brand new enemy that is basically like a humanoid enemy covered in a bunch of cobwebs and spiky things. An absolute arsehole of an enemy, but during all of that fighting we didn't use our crippling rod and we also didn't use our supercharge ability. I've saved them both up for this fight that we're about to do right now, because this enemy that we are about to fight, it's not very difficult, but it's very, very annoying. So because of how annoying it is, you want to try and take it down as quick as possible, because it's one of those enemies that the longer it's around, the more pissed off you get, and then the more likely you are to die just from not focusing. So you want to take this git down very quickly, but once you meet this guy, you will be meeting him at other times in this playthrough. So don't think this is the only time that you're going to meet this annoying git. He will be turning up quite regularly throughout the playthrough, so just a word of warning. I absolutely hate this guy. It's such a piece of shit. It's more because this enemy that we're about to meet makes all other enemies in the area immune to damage. That's what makes it so annoying. So if you've got a ton of enemies attacking you, you can't do anything about them until you deal with the mini-boss, because he's making everybody immune to damage. Absolute nightmare. But once we get in there, I will explain what we're going to be doing.
Did he suddenly get some religion?
Probably, after all of the shit that he's been seeing in this place, and I'm pretty sure we've seen a couple of blood splats on the floor that are probably from Edgar, so after all the shit he's been through, he probably decided he needs to start praying, because clearly he must be cursed. It is annoying though. So many people suddenly become religious when they're going through hard times, but the second that they're not going through hard times, they don't care about the religion anymore. You need to be religious or not religious. That's your option. You can't just go to religion when you're having a bad time. You can't just use God, because if God is real, he's going to be livid with you, mate. Obviously I don't believe in God, but for the people that do, I bet they think the same thing. I don't think there's anything in here. Yep, I think we're basically
Inviting, but let's say I trust you, Edgar.
We're basically going straight into the action. Oh well, after we burn a few cobwebs. I think there might be a couple of bags of coins in here as well, so make sure you grab those up as well. And we've also got a fully charged flamethrower as well, so we should have a somewhat decent time with this mini boss. Shouldn't have to worry too much about dying, but obviously famous last words. Whenever I say we shouldn't have many problems, we end up having plenty of problems.
Edgar, I'm starting to doubt your navigational abilities.
He probably didn't voluntarily come in here, you know. He came in here because he was being attacked by a bunch of random enemies. That's why he came in here. It's not because he decided that he needed to come here. Got no idea what you're talking about, Jessie, do you?
Ancient gates. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh yeah, we've got to do this first. This shouldn't take too much time. We basically need to make a path that leads over to that door.
Looks like there's only one way out of here.
Thought I heard someone's voice then.
The water level's going down.
Jessie, open the gates. I'm stuck in here. Find a way. Move those damn blocks. Whatever you gotta do.
Alright, make sure when you do this bit, because obviously you need to go through that door, but if you've noticed over there, there is a chest. If you look at these blocks, you basically want to have, I'm guessing, you want to have, where is it? You want to have this one right here, the straight one that's completely straight. You want to have that one right here in front. Then you want to have that one over there where that block is. And you need to get, where's the other one? That one. That one needs to be there. If I remember correctly. Let me have a look at it. Yeah, I think it needs to be like that. Possibly. I could be wrong. Oh no, it might be. I need to go down and look at them properly. But the one that just has one direction to it, that one definitely goes in. And you've got these little annoying blocks that are in the way, so you might as well just yank these all the way out of the way and stuff like that. Right, so I'm going to grab you quickly, move you over here. This shouldn't take too long. Right, so this basic one right here, you just need to put this in front of the first piece of bridge. Jessie, where are you going, Jessie? What are you doing? If he keeps pushing it when I tell him not to, I'm going to snap. Just making sure there's nothing behind it.
Just a little more. There we go.
Yeah, just because he says there you go doesn't mean it's where you want it to be though. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure... Alright, I'm going to have to... Just get this one all the way over here. I think they might already sort of somewhat be... I think they might all somewhat be in the locations they need to be in, actually. Yeah. This one... I think we bring over here. If we do it wrong, it's only two we need to change around, but I think it should be right. Just gotta make sure there's two little ledge bits like that.
Should work now.
Yep, and then we need another little ledgy bit there. Yep, we can already get over to Edgar, but Edgar can wait. And then this bit, if there's a little bit on the end of it here. Yep, okay, we should be able to get to that chest then. Because I ballsed it up when I did it off camera because I wasn't paying attention. Because I wasn't paying attention to these little bits right here. I was completely ignoring them like a twat. So I had to flip and do the whole thing again. There we go. Right, now we should be able to get to the chest. Yep, there you go. Because some of them go together, but there's like little gaps. And even though we could step over the gap, it's such a puny gap. Jessie suddenly loses ability to walk, and he won't step over the teeny little gap. So you've got to do it like this. You are one of the worst video game characters ever invented, Jessie. Your lack of mobility is ridiculous. Whenever a health pickup is about to be dropped, an energy pickup is created instead. Oh. That's not a good thing though, is it? When a health pickup is about to be dropped. An energy one instead, that's a terrible one. I don't want that. Why would you buy that? Then you've got no health. Oh no, we better make sure we don't accidentally buy that. We'll be fucked. I know you've got your circle button to heal you, but that's not enough. Not on this difficulty. Alright, so before we click on Edgar, basically there's going to be this flying enemy that's going to appear, and it's going to have these 3 balls floating around it. Now those 3 balls keep the mini-boss immune to damage, and all enemies in the area also immune to damage. So you've got to shoot those little balls first, and then you can start doing damage to the flying enemy, and if you shoot it when it has its weak spot, it will fall on the floor, and then you can punch it. Now, in terms of damage, the flying mini boss will leave these balls on the floor that explode if you go near them, but you shouldn't have to worry about that in a room this big. And he will also spit these like little red flies at you, and when he loses his shield, he spits even more of the red flies at you. Just make sure you don't dodge too soon, because if you dodge too soon, there's like a little delay between him shooting them at you and you'll end up taking mega damage. So that's basically all you've got to worry about from this mini boss, but it's just the amount of enemies they summon and they make them immune to damage. So you're constantly dodging loads of enemies, and also you've also got to deal with the bombs that they put on the floor. So it's not so bad in this area because it's big, but when you meet this guy in smaller areas, it's a nightmare. But I've got everything on, everything is off cooldown, so we should be able to wreck him.
Edgar? Chest behind you!
We're going to press triangle first, then I'm going to cook the gear. There we go. There you go, and now he's got his shield back. Those are the things that he summons. But when he does that, don't dodge too soon. You've got to wait for him to like glow. Shit, why did he get his thing back so quick? I want to get him on the floor because I can use my supercharge ability. Why does he keep getting his shield back, the cheeky little fucker? Oh no, I think I rolled into a bomb then. It just keeps bringing his shield back. I want him to do that thing where he has the weak spot, because then he falls on the floor. And then I can, use my supercharge. I mean, he's nearly dead anyway, I guess. That's what I wanted. Bit late now, though. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, you fucker. I'm not sure. I think I'm getting hit by the flies. If I die now, I'm going to be livid. Well, that went very well. We didn't even have to use our supercharge ability. We could have used it on one of the other more annoying enemies. Right, remember, we've got to kill these guys. I also unlocked this in the previous video where I can slam them down, see? So you pull them over, hold out, knock them in the air, hold L1, boff, and it does splash damage to others as well. It's pretty good, but it's not huge damage. It would be probably a lot more enjoyable to use on like a normal difficulty or something. Maybe even hard difficulty. Oh, right in the balls.
Thanks for the hand, but I had it under control.
Can tell.
I found the plan. The locals call it La Orchid de la Vida or something foreign like that. We get this back to Calico, squeeze it out, and maybe we have ourselves a way to turn this around.
I'm sorry I got you into this.
Getting your ass out of the fire has kind of become a habit.
Edgar, you can't keep doing this forever.
When those ticks attacked the manor, what did your father do? Run? Nah. He kept on squeezing the trigger. That's what he did. People like us don't retire, Jessie. Even if you're lucky enough to live long enough, you'll soon realize there's nothing waiting for you. There is no normal for people like me or your father. And I was naive to think there might be some normal for you. Anyway, now that just about everyone else in the Institute is dead, I figure you and your daddy are gonna need all the help you can get to build things back up again.
Well, first you give me those pretty flowers, then you get all emotional on me. Edgar, you ain't gonna try to kiss me now, are you?
You little shit.
Ah, Jessie, I love you. What a legend. That always happens when you talk. Oh, hang on. Hang on.
God damn it. Harrow's here.
Ugh.
You backstabbing witch! You ratted us out!
Dr. Blackwell. I know we've had our differences, but this...
For your information, I had nothing to do with Mr. Harrow's sudden appearance on our doorstep. But thank you for confirming how little faith you have in me. Now, I don't presume to know how things work for you, gentlemen. But I can assure you that Calico wasn't built on broken words and betrayed confidences. Women in my position don't have that privilege. Now, I assume you have the plant?
We do.
Good. And there are clean syringes and alcohol swabs in the lab.
Man, you keep
5
pissing.
minutes is all we need.
You keep pissing off Dr. Blackwell, Jessie. You keep pissing her off. She's gonna hate you. She's gonna turn on you eventually. Oh, lovely. Here we are. It's basically a whorehouse, ain't it? Look, you got all the ladies around here dressed in their whore gear, and you got all the little rooms up there that you can stay in for a special night. As always, I say it every time, when you come back to Calico, or whatever it's called, make sure you check all the rooms, because see, a bunch of new collectibles will randomly appear. Both coins and also the lore collectibles as well. So make sure you have a good look around. But yeah, what I was going to say before that cutscene triggered. They must. Oh yeah, they moved my dad, didn't they? Because he tried to attack. Was it Virgil? Yeah, they tried to attack Virgil, so he's been put in a more secure location. But Dr. Blackwell did say if I didn't get back soon enough, she would basically take out our dad. She'd blow his brains out with a shotgun. But yeah, what I was going to say is that little bit where when Jessie and Edgar are talking and Jessie says about him kissing him. That's what always happens. Whenever you talk to one of your male mates or a male family member, whenever they're having a rough time or you start getting a little bit emotional, even though it's very serious, because it got a bit emotional, you always have to bust out a little joke after, don't you? So when I speak to one of my mates at work, Billy, like if he's ever having a rough time, I'll be talking to him about some random stuff, and then after it always ends on a random joke. So you can never be completely serious. Every time, it always happens with the lads, doesn't it? Like helping a lady that's having a bad time, it's very easy. You could be very serious and, you know, caring and stuff like that. But when you're helping out the boys, there's always that random joke at the end when you're done. You still helped them out, but you've always got to end it on a joke, don't you? I'm sure you blokes know what I'm talking about. Be like if Tom Wolf is having a rough day. You know, I'll talk to him for a bit, you'll be feeling a little bit better, and then suddenly you'll start talking about Aussie fucking BwolfTheWolf or Dingo Dial to piss me off or something, or start talking to me about how Crash Bandicoot 2 is his least favourite Crash Bandicoot, just to drive me insane. That's what it's always like with the lads. We have our own special way of interaction. 10% care, 90% trolling.
He's in the basement with your father.
Thank you for telling me, buddy. Thank you for telling me. But at the moment, I've got priorities like finding collectibles, you know? I mean, that's what's more important. What's more important? Your father's health, or collectibles? I think we all know the answer. Collectibles.
Mr. Jessie, good to see you back. Is Agent Gravener okay?
Yes.
Grouchy as always.
What a relief. You were gone so long. Now, all I have to worry about is Reyes. He's off on a solo mission for Harrow. But if you made it back from Maurepas in one piece, I'm hopeful he's fine as well.
Who's Reyes? Is that Agent Bloom?
Okay.
I know there's nothing up there because that's where Dr. Blackwell and Harrow are. I think there might be some documents in this room, maybe?
Whoa, what's that swampy stench?
Lovely.
Sir, back from the mission I see. If you found that plant, then that myth isn't a myth. Which means maybe there's a way to stop the change. If that's true, well, perhaps we can get rid of the ticks once and for all without bloodshed, death, and destruction. How magnificent.
Well, no, that's not how it works. I'm pretty sure it stops you from changing into a vampire. If you're already a vampire, I don't think it will do anything. Well, maybe it will. Man, imagine that. We find Felicity, and then we just we make like a little tranquilizer dart, and we fill it full of our new cure, and we shoot her straight in the butt, and then boom, she's back to being a normal little girl again. Oh, lovely. That would be nice, but I'm sure that's not going to happen.
I've seen you survive worse. You can beat this. I know you can.
Okay. You've got some cool ass gloves.
How are you feeling?
Someone's squeezing my brain. There's some thoughts in here that aren't mine. Oh, I see her, Jessie. Oh, no! You must stop her before... Wait. I see a sign. Dickinson! She's in Dickinson! Ah!
I can see you. Where are you? Jessie? Or have all the nasty little rat scampered off to? Oh, come on, William. Invite me in, don't be shy.
Holy shit! That was her! They're linked.
I need to get to Dickinson. Tough old bastard, he's turning it around on her.
It's gonna be a hard sell to Harrow.
Gotta try. You keep an eye on him. And keep your hands off that switch.
Oh, lovely. Oh, man. Poor fucking William. He's having a rough day, you know. First he gets smashed into a wall by Felicity and possibly bitten by her as well. Then he comes back here and spends a good few days unconscious. And then he wakes up, starts attacking someone and gets flipping taken out by Jessie by some sort of tranquilizer syringe. And then he wakes up again. And then he's having his brain squished by some weird child. And he gets fucking electrocuted by Edgar. Man, William's having a horrible few weeks, isn't he? Horrible few weeks. Oh, dear. Alright.
Mr. Harrow is waiting in the briefing room. He's being himself, if you know what I mean.
Oh, he's being an absolute cockwomble then. I thought you was out on a mission. Oh, well. I got no idea who Virgil was talking about then. Man, my voice is taking a nosedive, WolfTheWolf.
Did you really think it was smart to keep the money guy in the dark?
I assure you, Mr. Assistant Secretary, we came to you as soon as we knew.
God damn it. Like I don't have enough going on already. Where is he anyway?
Oh, you're talking about my father?
Assistant Secretary Harrow, sir.
Agent Rentier. Dr. Blackwell brought me up to speed on your father.
Sir,
I know. It couldn't have been easy. His shadow will loom large over us all. Please accept my condolences on behalf of a grieving nation. Try not to wallow in grief. It only leads to blunder. And this country desperately needs success.
Aside from the news of your father's tragic demise, I've also briefed the Assistant Secretary on the successful destruction of Felicity's leech factory in McCallum Sawmill.
That and a penny will buy me a cup of warm piss, Doctor. No one is safe while that crazy she-beast and her army of freaks are on the loose. And do you have any idea where she is? No.
Actually, I do, sir. We have intel that she's currently in Dickinson.
What intel?
Can't say, but it's 100% solid.
Great. You can head for Dickinson after you get back from Kingston.
Kingston?
There's a case containing some very sensitive information there that I need picked up.
But sir, the Dickinson lead. There's at least 3 interstate railroads there. It might be a part of Felicity's transport.
Very well. You there. What's your name?
Only? Virgil? Only?
Do you know your way to Kingston, only Virgil?
With all due respect, Mr. Assistant Secretary, Virgil is our top engineer. He is not fit for field action.
I don't give a watery shit about his curriculum fucking vitae, Doctor. I'm funding this circus of yours, and I want those papers back now.
I'll get them for you. What do I need to know?
Great.
We recently got our hands on a partial list of companies tied to the Andalusia Financial Services Group, like McCallum's Mill and the Kingston oil fields. Debano indeed. He and his maniacal brat are up to their assholes in illegal acquisitions, and the government intends to seize their not insubstantial portfolio.
Sounds like you need a lawyer, not a vampire hunter.
Tried that already. I even sent in the blasted National Guard to secure the papers. But the place was guarded. That's where you come in.
So what exactly am I looking for?
Based on the final telegram from my forensic accountant, Andalusia's portfolio of holdings is stashed in a briefcase, presumably still at the Kingston Oilfields Bureau on the far side of the lake.
I still don't get why it's more urgent than looking for Felicity and Dickinson.
Wars cost money, Rentier. And unless you've forgotten the incident at your former headquarters, we are at war. This could very well turn the tides in our favor.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, finding that list of properties that the Debanos own, which is Felicity and that Peter guy that we took down, finding all the properties that they own could be a good thing, because every property that they've owned so far has had like a random like dinosaur inside of it, where they've been like using leeches to get blood from it and create more vampires. So it would be a good thing to know the entire list of their properties, but I don't think that's more important than just taking down Felicity. I think that's probably the more important thing, but never mind. By the time we get to fucking Dickinson now, she'd be gone, wouldn't she? I like how she pretended she told Harrow that my father was dead, because obviously if she told Harrow that my father was a vampire, he would have had him killed, wouldn't he? So does make sense.
Let's get this over with. You alright, folks? I need to find the office.
You crazy? The whole area's been totally overrun by bloodthirsty freaks.
The National Guard's fighting back, but there's too many of those monsters.
If they don't get some help soon, we're all goddamn doomed.
Okay, well, don't you worry about that. Jessie is on the case. This area, though, is an absolute nightmare. There's a couple of sections where you got to fight just annoying, basically the same enemies that we were fighting in the swamp. You got that spidery guy and that floaty enemy. You got to fight those dickheads again. And then there's other sections where you got to fight some other like mini boss type enemies, but they've got like 10 billion bloody enemies with them. This whole area is insane. I probably will have more deaths here than I think I've had in the whole playthrough so far. And so far, I think we've died in this game maybe like 4 or 5 times, maybe. Not too many, actually. So, yeah, we are... Yeah, we are going to have a lot of deaths. Well, I don't know. I've already done this section. I'm just thinking about what it was like off camera, and that was the first time I did it. So, yeah, we might get there and we might do very well. Like that floaty enemy that we just killed at the start of this video, I died like 6 or 7 times to that piece of shit. And I killed it in 1 on camera, so who knows. With all this oil everywhere, if we see any enemies, we should be able to just go, boom, start a massive fire and be sorted. Alright, we've got about 10 minutes, so we'll see how much damage we can do. How much havoc we can wreak.
Money.
Money. But I do hope I hope somebody provides Flying Wild Hog Studios with some more money. You know, give them a good old big ass budget, and I hope they make another game, because this game is great. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's technically it's a bit poor, but other than that, I do really like this game, and it's very heavy focus on the gameplay, which is what you want in a video game. That's why you buy a video game, you know. So I reckon with a big ass budget and a sequel to this game or a brand new game, I reckon Flying Wild Hog could make something sublime. An easy 9 or 10 out of 10, I reckon, easily. Even the story's pretty decent. Not something you haven't had before, but it's a nice story. Just someone needs to give them a bigger budget. I mean, I think they're Polish, the developers. Maybe they could work with CD Projekt Red or something. You know, team up or something. That'd be nice. Maybe get some support from them. I think this was published by Focus Home Interactive. Oh, they're just called Focus Home now, aren't they? I think it was... oh, you want to come down here first? Yeah, I left this off camera like an absolute idiot. Oh, Ghost Boomstick. What's that do? Oh no, it's a cosmetic in it. Never mind. I thought it was a perk. Basically can turn our shotgun into what our assault rifle looks like. I keep calling it an assault rifle. It's not a fucking assault rifle. It's just a rifle. Okay, right. Oh, I don't want to do it. So we have to deal with a spider guy here and a bunch of enemies. And when you get down there, I think it's like over there in that little section there, we have to fight another floaty guy. And you want to save all of your stuff for the floaty guy because it's such a small area. It's horrible fighting him. You want to try and kill this guy without using any of your abilities. No crippling rod, no supercharge. But there is going to be a lot of enemies. It's going to be painful, but we'll see if we can get this done in one. Just remember, you can punch enemies into him. Watch out, watch out! That was lucky, although we have got webs on us. What hit me? What the hell? You can get this guy to go near the you can get this guy to go near the TNT, that'd be good. Oh shit, you was in the way, you idiot. Oh god, I moved too late. I think he summons more enemies every time you kill him, but I might be wrong. Oh, got him, I think. Yep. Watch out! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, oh no. Need some... There we go. Got some health. Not enough to survive a hit from him though. Alright, we can stun him. Oh. Give me some health. That's it, some health. Lovely. There we go, there we go. Do this. And a shotgun. Dodge. Couple of rifle shots. Oh, lovely. There we go. Fucking did it, BwolfTheWolf. I play so much better on camera. It's crazy. I don't understand it. It makes no fucking sense. And even when I've done a few blind playthroughs on YouTube, or I've reached a section in a game that I've not done off camera, I still do better on YouTube, and it makes no sense. You know, when I've got to commentate, and I've got to speak at the same time, and I've got the pressure of a camera in my face, and I know there's an audience that's going to see it, you'd think I would do worse, but I don't. I don't know, Wolf, that's weird. But I think it's also because when I normally play video games, in my free time, I only have free time in the evening, and it's normally only 10 o'clock until 11 o'clock. I've got no time to play games no more, it's crazy. I'm basically only a little bit ahead off camera than I am on camera most of the time now, it's annoying. The only time I really get a big amount of time to play is probably Saturday. But, yeah, I think it's because I play so late in the evening and I've done all the recording throughout the day, editing, I've been to work, I've done the weightlifting, I've been cooking, doing other chores, looking after the pets and that, and I think it might just be that. So when I play at night, I'm just like tired, so maybe I just perform badly. It's crazy how much better I do on camera. Absolutely crazy. That guy gave me a lot of hell. I had to use my supercharge ability on him.
Cash.
Yeah, cash. Every time, Jesse, every time you say it. What's the matter with you?
Okay.
Right. Hopefully, before I end this video, I can at least take down that thingy guy. I've got a full charge, nearly a flamethrower, and I've also got my Got my crippling rod to stun things, and I've also got my supercharge ability, so that should help.
Hey, you! Can you help us out?
The National Guard flooded the fields, but my friends were stuck on the other side.
Okay, find a way to drain the lake. Obviously not that, because that's oil. They're talking about like over here and over there.
More money.
Okay, now we're going to be fighting another one of those floaty enemies, the same one that we fought at the start of this video. What you can do, if you do reach this bit and you don't have any of your stuff off cooldown, like your crippling rod and that, what you can do is you can attack the floaty things to make the boss, the mini boss, susceptible to damage, and then when he has his weak spot appear, try and shoot it when he's near the TNT, because then he'll drop down, and if you shoot the TNT, I think he loses about 3/4 of his health, but trying to do that is obviously difficult, and you've got not much room to move. You can see it's such a small area, and there's going to be enemies chasing us, so... Right, I'm going to use the crippling rod straight away, and then I'm going to use my supercharge ability. See if I can... Yes! Oh, that's beautiful. I hate that guy so much. Doing that is so satisfying. He probably didn't have to really do that, but yeah, I think I might as well. Oh fuck. Got a bit sloppy then. Got a little bit sloppy then. Hey, what's that? Oh, it's a chain, never mind. As always, shoot the TNT, just in case there's like some coins hidden behind it, or some rubble that you can break and then find some collectibles or whatever. Just make sure you do it. It's better to be safe than sorry. Let's have a look at how we've been doing with the collectibles. I know I did miss a couple. We missed one in the first spark. I don't know where the hell we missed that one. That was during the area with the when we was at the mining place. Yeah, we found all of them so far. This one I know where that is as well. Yeah, we've done flipping good with the collectibles. This is one of those games where the collectibles ain't too difficult to find because it's not like a massively open world game.
Thank you, stranger. We thought we were goners. Is there some way we can repay you?
Yeah, you can point me towards the oil company office.
Oh, it's on the other side of the lake. Though you're gonna have to drain it to get over there. Release all counterweights and you'll open the sluice gates.
Oh, I can do that. Doesn't sound too difficult. Such aggression when you punch it. I should probably do this.
This sucker.
Yeah, I'm going to probably do this in the next video, because there's no point doing it now. Might as well do it all in the same video. Alright, I'm going to have to end the video now, WolfTheWolf. So, thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and join the pack today.